Is it hard to access affordable, healthy food? Then listen carefully. Daryl Addison, an African American inventor, has patented a process for growing food on demand. He called it Torpedo Pot. Torpedo Pot is a fully automated flower pot that gives you control over your plant's environment. All you do is add soil, seeds, and plants to the flower pot and watch it grow. Yes, Torpedo Pot grows the rest. Visit www.torpedopot.com.
So we have a brother that called out Airbnb because they had a host out of Greenville, Mississippi, that was renting, a home that said there was a former slave quarter, saying that that's why our ancestors were being held at on a plantation. Let's go ahead and roll the clip.
This is not okay in the least bit. And I know there's going to be somebody that says, oh, you're looking for controversy where it doesn't exist. No, this is an 1830s slave cabin that is up on Airbnb as a bed and breakfast. How do I know that this is slave quarters other than just using my eyes and looking at it? Well, they say it in the listing. This particular structure, the Panther Burn Cabin, is an 1830s slave cabin from the Panther Burn Plantation. How is this okay in somebody's mind to rent this out, a place where human beings were kept as slaves? Rent this out as a bed and breakfast. Here it is. That's it right there. The slave quarters next to the big house. It's in Greenville, Mississippi. That's the host, Brad, the super host. But what really kills me is reviews. Memorable. Highly recommend watching the sunset. We stayed in the sharecropper cabin and ate in the main house. Enjoyed everything about our stay. The cottage, the history, the tour, the breakfast, and all was great. We stayed in the cabin and it was historic but elegant. A slave cabin is elegant. What a delightful place to step into history, Southern hospitality, and stay a night or two. Cool spot, way better than a hotel. Maybe you're thinking, okay, maybe this will give people insight on how enslaved people had to live, their living conditions. No, not at all. Clawfoot tub, running water, tile, nice lighting fixtures, water, towels, dresser. The history of slavery in this country is constantly denied, and now it's being mocked by being turned into a luxurious vacation spot.
Now, to give you an update of what happened after that, Airbnb, got in contact with the brother, and they removed that listing from Airbnb. They said that they don't want to rent any homes that, someone that was enslaved to stay in. They say they don't support that whatsoever. Now, the person who actually owned the home start claiming to the brother that, I just got the home about 3 weeks ago, and that person said that it was a slave quarters, but I found out it wasn't a slave quarters, and he was just promoting that as a slave plantation for people to try for sales. Let's say if you go with that, that's still sick. And you saw all the comments from those people like, oh my God, Southern hospitality. Southern hospitality? Where enslaved people were at? That's Southern hospitality. But these plantations and all that, them folks want to get married at slave plantations. They do it. They get married at slavery plantations. Now, Black Americans would never think like that. Oh, I just want to go get married in a slave plantation. I mean, sick. It is sick, sick, sick. How these people are when it comes to Black folk. It's just when you think that you can't think of nothing more, it's like I told y'all, some of them, when they watch them slave movies, they want to be back in that time period. Like, oh my God, I wish I'd have lived in the 1700s. Oh, it'd have been great. I would have had Bessie Mae, cleaning my house all the time. I would have them take care of my kids. I wouldn't have to cook anything. I would just be able to just treat them any kind of way. Oh my God, why can't it be back then? You know that. They love watching them slave movies. They love watching shows like The Help. When Black people didn't have no rights. Black people, put their head down and say nothing. That's what they want. Why you think when they were saying "Make America Great Again," and you ask them when was it great, and they talking about more so the 1950s when Black people didn't have no rights, when Black people knew their place, that sort of thing. It's sick and sad when you think that the 1950s, where somebody is being oppressed and had no rights, is a good time for you. That's why your world is coming to an end. That's why your world is going upside down every single day. You can't control no disease. You can't control economy. You can't control anything. Every time you look up, it's some calamity. Extreme heat. No, them days of your comfort is over. It is over. But y'all let me know what y'all think about, this situation. Glad the brother called them out. Yeah, even if what they said to the brother is accurate. Don't matter. You bought the property knowing they were selling it like a slave quarters. And so don't sit up here and try to correct it now when the brother call you out and Airbnb call you out. But like I said, shoot, with this exposure, they probably even make more of a killing. Because people in their community, like I say, they love to be in areas where black folks was enslaved and tortured. Hey family, make sure you join us on the new and improved AfricanDiasporaNews.org. Now it is our uncensored and raw truth website. We have to make sure to have our own website because on social media platforms, they do have rules, and at any time they could change a rule and shut a whole genre down. Now that would not happen to us because on AfricanDiasporaNews.org, we can speak the truth. We don't have to hold back. So make sure you join our website today.